Welcome back. It is Tuesday, the 4th of July. Logan and I are back with our three favorite picks of the day. Let's bring them on in here because we're going to come out and hopefully we can get this sweep for all the people out there. But Logan, let's first off recap because we're actually recording this before all of our picks have finished. But at the moment, we're sitting at an 0-2 day. So hopefully we're avoiding the 0 and, the reverse sweep that we can avoid. Now, you had the Cardinals money line. They blew, a late lead. Wish we were surprised. That's what the Cardinals have been doing all year long. Now, I had the Nationals team total over 2.5 in the first 5. I just couldn't get anything going on Weaver. Had some chances, but Weaver obviously pitched pretty well. The Reds ended up winning that game outright. But either way, our last play is the Mariners Giants under 7.5. They're in the bottom of the second. It's 0-0, but who knows how that one goes? Hopefully it goes under and we can get at least a 1-2 day, salvage it a little bit. But either way, we got 3 picks coming your guys' way. Logan, you got 2 of them. I'm going to let you lead it off. What's the first one going to be?
Yeah, I'm going to a first 5 innings run line in this one, and I'm taking the Rays -0.5 in the first 5. Plus 100 odds on FanDuel is currently your best value. I really do like this play. I like trusting a good baseball team to be leading through 5 innings. If they do tie through 5 innings, unfortunately, we will lose this bet. If you want to be ultra safe and take Rays first 5 money line, that does have push potential. But I really do like who the Rays are starting today. They're starting Eflin. Eflin has a revenge game. He used to play for the Philadelphia Phillies, and now he's at Tampa Bay Ray. 3.29 ERA and a 1.03 whip on the year for Eflin. Eflin's a really solid pitcher, 17th best in ground ball outs, and he has 100 ground ball outs recorded this year. He's up there with the top of the pitchers as far as getting outs via that way. And I really do like other stats for Eflin, 83rd percentile on average exit velocity, and he doesn't walk many batters, 97th percentile on walk percentage. Look, how does the Phillies do their damage? They usually do it with the hit parade started by walks. They need those runners on base. And if Eflin's not putting those 3 base runners on, that's a really good sign for us. And this is a Phillies team that strings a ton of base runners. Look, I live in Philadelphia. I have a really good pulse on this team. I know for a fact there's nothing more infuriating than watching your team strand runners in scoring position. In their last game, 1 for 8 runners in scoring position, 8 left on base. You're not going to win a ton of baseball games that way. And when you need a ground ball double play, Eflin is more than capable of a pitcher to do that. The Phillies hitting 252 in their last 3 games. That's about solid. I mean, that does take into account their massive game when they just blew the Nationals out of the water. I just think at the end of the day, this Phillies team just can't be trusted. I think Zach Eflin will be able to get the ground ball outs that way and hold them at bay. Now, we need some runs up on Aaron Nola. The Phillies ace is starting today. 4.51 ERA and a 1.12 whip. If those numbers seem high for Nola, it's because they are. While I do think Aaron Nola on the back end of the year is due some positive regression, this is going to be a really tough spot for him to really get it going. You look at Nola, 5.34 ERA on the road this season. Nola has allowed 4+ earned runs in 6 straight road starts. I mean, it's just really tough to think he's going to turn it around against this Tampa Bay offense that's hitting 267 at home. That's 7th best in the majors. 822 OPS, that's 3rd best in the majors. It's a really good home offense. If Nola isn't on his A game, they could really take him for a ride today. I expect the Rays to be able to hit Nola around and Eflin to hold at least a 1-run lead through 5 innings in this one. So I will take the Rays on the first 5 run line. I know it's tough to win and cover that first 5 run line, but I do trust the home team on this one. But Austin, what you got for us today?
Yeah, Logan, I should have said at the top of the show, I hope everyone has a great and safe 4th of July. Now, as you might see, my internet might be going in and out. That's what happens when you're outside of Yosemite. You don't really have great connection. Now, for the people out there that are curious why I'm here, actually, we're recording this one early for a couple reasons. Number one, we got a ton of early games on the 4th of July. I want to get this video out early. It's going to be posted Monday night in advance of the Tuesday games. Number two is because early tomorrow morning or at around 4 a.m. Pacific time, because we're in California, I'll be hiking Half Dome. If you know what Half Dome is, it's going to be a tough day for me, but hopefully the sweep will come when I get self-service at the top. But either way, let's dive into my favorite pick. And I'm actually going to team total and be the one that does it because I'm taking the Tigers on the team total under 4.5 runs. Currently -115 on FanDuel. I really don't think I need to provide a pivot here. I really don't see this line going down below 4.5. I think it's going to stay there pretty steady the whole day. It might become a little bit more juiced, or maybe you get a better line as the day goes on. But either way, I really like this one. And let's talk about why. Now, JP Sears is going to start for the Athletics. He's going to go up against his Tigers team. Now, I'm confident. And, I should also mention Dinger Tuesday technically today. Logan's going to post some Tuesday morning with a couple plays that he does like. Because right now, since we're recording it the night before, we don't have all the Dinger Tuesday lines, home run props for FanDuel. But if I wouldn't be surprised if you see people loading up on some Tigers today, because JP Sears is a guy that people like to target for home runs. I believe we've targeted him before. Will give up some home runs here and there, but hopefully today he can keep the ball in the ballpark. It should be some pitcher friendly weather coming his way. Now Sears, looking at his stats, 4.43 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. Not great, not terrible, not very mediocre. I mean, the WHIP right around 1 isn't too bad. Obviously, his ERA, it's hovering around 4.5, which is average. I mean, this is a guy that's allowed 19 home runs in 16 starts, so it's the guy that's given up some home runs, which you don't want to see. But when I look at the end of the day, this is the Tigers' offense. It doesn't really, knock on wood, have a ton of that firepower to get the ball out of the stadium. And Sears coming off a terrible start. 5 earned runs against the Yankees and only 4 innings pitched. Yeah, he can't do that today. If he does that on Tuesday, we will lose this bet in a quick and easy fashion. But you look at over his last 11 starts since May 1st, kind of want to avoid the month of April since obviously pitchers are still trying to figure out all the rule changes. But last 11 starts, Sears has allowed 4+ earned runs in 3 of those 11. So the other starts, he's been decent. In the previous 2 where he gave up those 4 runs, because obviously the third was his last start, the next game he bounced back, allowing just 2 earned runs in the next 2 starts. If we can get JP Sears come out here with those 5, 6, maybe even 7 innings pitch, which he's done a couple times, only give up 2 earned runs, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here. But you look at Sears, actually been pretty good. His last 5 road starts, he's allowed 2, 1, 1, 2, and 2 earned runs. So he's been really good on the road recently. He's the lefty, like I've talked about. The Tigers 19th in the MLB in home runs versus lefties, which is important given Sears likes to give up the long ball, and the Tigers are 23rd in batting average versus lefties. This is an offense where some days you'll see the Tigers score a ton of runs, the next day you'll see them not score a lot. They are coming off their Coors Field series where they were putting up a ton of runs, but that's what teams do in Coors. So we'll see how the offense adjusts at their first game outside of Coors Field. This is also, you look at Sears percentiles. This is he's got a lot of reds on baseball savant, a lot of blues. This is a guy, you look at him, 52nd in hard hit percentage, 13th in expected slugging, 88th in walk percentage, 78th in chase rate, can get the chases, and 42nd in expected batting average. So he's all over the place. He has some redeeming qualities in there. He's capable of going out there, pitching pretty good, getting out of those jams with some ease, some strikeouts that some pitchers just aren't able to get those pitches. And look, I know people are going to say, Austin, well, this A's bullpen, you look at season long, once Sears comes out, this bullpen stinks. And yeah, you look at season long, worst bullpen ERA in the league by a long shot. But over the last 30 games, they've actually been pretty, not great, but they've been better. The last 30 games, their bullpen ERA 4.75 compared to their season long at 5.76. And that 4.75 is not the worst in the league. It's like, I think the A's bullpen can come in here, do the thing. If the A's offense does not want to show up, which I would allow, then we wouldn't maybe not see the Tigers bat in the 9th inning as well. So look, at the end of the day, I'll trust JP Sears to bounce back here. I'm taking the Tigers team total under 4.5. It's -115. No one wants to take an under on the 4th of July, but good for you. Logan's pick is going to be a team total, and he's actually going for an over with some plus value. What team are you going with, Logan?
Yeah, I'm targeting the Guardians today. I'm taking their team total over 4.5 total runs. Plus 120 odds on PointsBet, currently your best value. As Austin mentioned, this is a really, to me, great value bet. Yes, you could take the line at 4. If you want to take the line at 4 for push potential, go for it. I'm just looking for some plus money, a little bit of excitement on the 4th of July. Chasing a little plus money, nothing wrong with that in baseball. Because if a team's going to score, if they're going to hit the over 4, they're going to hit the over 4.5. It's just we don't get the push potential. I really do like the Guardians today to get to Colby Howard today. I think they might even win this game outright. I know, call me crazy. You can't fade the Braves. I'm not going to fade the Braves on the money line. I was tempted, but I'm like, nah, it's not quite time to fade the Braves that way. I'll just fade Colby Howard because no matter how Shane Bieber pitches, I just care about the offense that's going to back him up today. And I think they're going to hit Colby Howard around. Colby Howard, you're looking at his season stats, 0.00 ERA, and he got a 0.86 whip. He's only started 1 game. He went 4 2/3 innings pitched, gave up three hits, 0 earned runs allowed. They didn't give him a long leash. But I really think I know the true Colby Howard, right? You got to think back to 2022. The Rangers had him as a bullpen guy. 7.29 ERA as a bullpen arm for the Rangers last year. Do I believe he's due some runs? Yes, absolutely. If he goes out there and absolutely cooks the Guardians today, I would be pretty shocked. Because there's only so much improvement you can do as a pitcher, especially a young pitcher. Yes, he will grow, and yes, he will get better. But I just think this is a classic case of a small sample size. The people that are backing the Braves today are just kind of backing him because he's maybe got a small ERA, and the Braves are the hot team. You don't want to fade the Braves right now. Now, you look at the Guardians on the season, they've struggled to see lefties. That could be your counterpoint. Well, Logan, they don't hit lefties that well, 24th in batting average. Well, I'll counter back with at home. The Guardians had a great June. They were hitting 296 at home last month. Can they carry that over into July a little bit? I think so. If the odds makers certainly think so as well. The full game over underline is set really high in this game. I think it's set like about 9 at the time we're recording this video. If the books just thought Colby Howard would come out in there and cook the Guardians, I don't think that this line is set that high. I think maybe you're seeing maybe an 8 total with Shane Bieber on the other side. Once Colby Howard comes out as well, because we don't know what his leash could be. It could be 4 or 5 innings pitched. He's going to see a Braves bullpen that, even though they're third best in bullpen ERA, I've seen them provide run opportunities late for teams. I mean, the whole reason why the Braves have been just a juggernaut at winning and covering is because their offense just gives them a ridiculous lead. Can their bullpen be exposed for some runs? Absolutely. And to icing on the cake on this 4th of July, you're going to have perfect hitting weather so far. I mean, I'm not a weatherman, and we're recording this the night before, but it's supposed to be around 80 degrees and sunny. And we know when the conditions are right at Progressive Field, there should be some extra base hit and home run opportunities. This could be a sneaky game for some dingers. I really do like the Guardians today on the team total. We're getting a really good value on it as well. I mean, you could take them on the money line. I just would rather take it on the team total, because I think if they're going to win, Shane Bieber's going to have to pitch his butt off. I don't want to have to rely on that, though. So we're going to take the team total in this one.
Yeah, Logan, and I honestly didn't even mention at the top of the show, but I think this is really good. I think we got 3 solid picks. I didn't even mention at the top of the show our parlay of the day cash. We don't even have one for Tuesday, but we'll have one for Wednesday that we will talk about. But I think that's a good pick. We got 3 picks. I know I'm probably lagging all over the place, but I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'll eventually get some good internet quality one of these days. But we love you guys. Thanks for all your support. Have a great 4th, and we'll see you guys back in. Check out Logan's Twitter for some Dinger Tuesday props. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.